Thank you, Jenny. So happy to be here, and a warm thanks to Ea. She's busy doing all kind of things outside this room, inviting me here. Actually, my plan was to come here and to pick up and deliver it, CODA, Apeldoorn, 2 pieces I bought for the collection, one of Jenny and one of Tarja, bought in Munich, and very beautiful pieces. And that was not because I don't trust UPS to bring it to the Netherlands, but I always also, love to come here. This combination of the makers and the technical part, this university, the collaboration between the fields of art and craft, I really think it's amazing. And in a certain way, we try to copy it. We have an experience lab since a few years in Apeldoorn. I will tell about it. But also the Finnish, they many decades, they seem to be the most happy people in the world. So this secret, I want to know all about it. Why you are the most happy people in the world. And also, as my colleague of a museum colleague earlier expressed, I have also a romantic soul, and I also think that strength in the material iron is very, very important. It's magic, strength, muscles, hard labor, and well, that's very good to be with. So that's why I made this title, The Crown's Jewels. In the Netherlands we have many museums, not as many lakes as you have. We have museums, but we have rather much museums for a country as small as the Netherlands. But there are few who have a collection of contemporary art and dealing with the very small, the miniature versions of contemporary art, jewelry. And there are some collections, but we see that if there is a new director coming in, sometimes they say, well, oh yeah, there is my former colleague, she did something with for the collection jewelry, but I think it's so feminine, I don't want to bother myself with jewelry. Well, yeah, that's a pity for the museum, for the people living there, for the artist, and we are thinking the other way around. Apeldoorn, I can imagine that many of you don't know where it is. Well, it's in the midst. Oh, sorry, it's too fast. It's in the midst. It's 1 hour from Amsterdam, and many people. Of course, know Amsterdam. Apeldoorn is a bit, well, the outskirt, if you can say that, not an outskirt like here in Scandinavia, but a bit of an outskirt. But I wrote it down there, especially in the 8th century, we were the biggest iron production in Europe. And 50 million kilograms in total. And it was not very a fine way of producing it. It was vertical chimneys built on the ground with charcoal fired. And sustainability was not a theme in the 8th century. But you can still see thousands of iron extractions, pits, in the landscape nowadays, and of course it's very, very popular for youngsters to work with them because they give a certain sound, klappersteen it is in Dutch. Let me see. Yeah, CODA is a unique cultural institution. That means that we have 4 former functionalities, and they were forced many years ago to work together and to become one organization. And it's very, very beautiful thought, although it was the dreaming didn't start on what could it mean to have them together. Of course, it was just an ordinary budget thing, and thinking politics thought that it was much less money if they work together and be one. But it is a public library, archives of the city of Apeldoorn, and 2 museums, one for contemporary art and design, and a museum for the local and the regional history. And one of the collections, sub-collections, is contemporary jewelry, over 12,000 pieces, and that's the largest collection of modern jewelry in the world, starting in the 1960s until this time. And what you see is paper art. Once every 2 years we make this exhibition with all kind of contemporary art, and we start to diminish words like jewelry or applied art or whatever we say is contemporary art pieces. And you're very welcome to come and to look what we are doing on paper material, also very important. And from the 16th century in our region, iron vanished, disappeared, and paper mills, paper making, paper production came there. Adornment and identity. As old as humanity itself, I brought, of course, a few pieces made out of iron. This is Sophie Hannegaard, Swiss trap, a bracelet, and if you see it like this, well, it's well quite looks easy, but the bracelet is going to have his jaws into your wrist. But she never ever made a picture of someone wearing it like she meant it to be. So in a way, this storytelling, I really think it's great fun for a general public not so interested in art. I think it's very good to tell stories about them, and youngsters, but also grown-ups, they love to see this bracelet called trap. And there are some other pieces made by Sophie Hannegaard in our collection. Tresses are made in 2013, and the French kiss, the very wet and sensual kiss in the necklace made a year earlier. It's quite, well, we don't have much contact nowadays with Sophie Hannegaard because it's a bit silent. So perhaps we should wake her up and try to inspire her to make new and more beautiful pieces. Evert Nijland, also iron, in combination with 17th century glass elements, and you can find glasses like this in the Rijksmuseum, and this one was already damaged, and he bought it at an antique place in Amsterdam and made this cage, a beautiful combination of materials. And Evert, he is the first artist working in our experience lab. We established it in 2016 and still working on it, and that's why I also am so curious in how this combination is done here at this university, because Evert explained me that many things the computer can do and can spit out, so to say, he can't do by hand. But of course there's lots of work afterwards to be done. And he made several new collections in in our experience lab. And I think he invited, after this working period, many people to come and see, because in the Netherlands, the infrastructure is almost gone. People starting galleries and starting to inspire people to buy art, not just to look at art in a museum, but also to buy art. We have just one gallery left in Apeldoorn. So I said to Evert, well, come and have your guests and all the people you want to invite. So on a Saturday morning, there came AJF, a group of mostly women, American women, and they were almost fighting. Some pieces were not finished yet, but fighting to, can I buy this? Oh no, I want to buy this. So it was an amazing experience. Was quite an event, I must say, and lovely to host it. But in a way, it is problematic for youngsters to. There is a blacksmith, perhaps coming. Yeah, I heard this morning. But where are you going to present your work, and who is going to buy it? Collecting art is not so obvious anymore. So you need all the support you can get to well, follow where the heart is and where your hand will make sure that there is a great future for you. I hope it will be. Vera Simond, a necklace. Sometimes people say, well, are there mostly necklace or big pieces? Yeah, in a way, we have our vitrines, and if you present a ring or an earring, that is not that easy. So our collection mostly are necklaces and the big brooches. It's also a very beautiful piece. Onno Boekhout, he is a very important artist, and his legacy is also his archive, all his correspondence, all his drawings are also in the CODA collection. And this is a medal for a certain award he made, and he chose the title "To Break Down a Wall is to Build a View." And he was very important for many generations of art students, because he told them the result of whether it is a sculpture or a painting or something you can wear. The result is not that important. The most important is the journey, the looking for, and the struggle. Is it enough, and when is it enough? And Onno Boekhout also said remarkable things about wearability, and must be comfortable and not too heavy. And he said all rubbish. A finger has to suffer when it wants to have something between. Of course, you can all see this is not iron, but this is a very special piece in our collection. And I can say that the Northern Light is quite bright in our collection, with many purchases the last year. And I think, well, literally, it's not a crown jewel, but this piece comes very, very near. I thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Carin, for arriving for these special reasons and sharing your enthusiasm towards the field. Soon we will have coffee, but we can still take in some comments or questions from the past 1.5 hours that we just spent together in this auditorium.
Can I, because I am so curious about the wolf that's on her shoulder.
Yes.
I really think she needs to tell us something more about the wolf.
Jorgitta, come here. Just show off a little bit.
Yeah, so I presented the big iron wolf. Yeah, so this comes from a legend, and the first iron wolf has been made 2022 by Lithuanian artist Vita Pukštaitė Bružė. I'm creating International Biennale of Metal Art and Jewelry, and the topic was museum. So, and she made this big iron wolf as a museum piece, and Lithuanian National Museum bought it. So then she created the second one, big iron wolf, and he was bought by the private collector and went to Switzerland. And now I needed the third iron wolf for my exhibition about Vilnius. So because it belongs to Vilnius. Yeah, so it was the third iron wolf, but the artist made my personal iron wolf. So it's made from steel. Yeah, and for me, it's like a proof that so the big form can migrate into the small form and to jewelry. And yes, it's the best starter of every conversation. So I have the whole history with me. Yeah,
Great,
so that's
great.
it.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Jurgita.